Already? I wasn't ready. Nobody gave me a heads up.
You guys, we're
I'm
live.
still looking.
Do we have our troll patrol? Because apparently it was out of control with the troll patrol.
With the
last
trolls?
week. Yeah. So we're in our new filming area. And is the light funky?
Yeah.
I feel like the top
It
of my
is.
head is
It's
foggy.
all
very
foggy.
hazy.
Is it
It's
because of
super
this?
hazy.
I think it might be because of that.
Oh. Well,
What if we... Bear with us. This is our new studio and we're trying to get it
what
right.
if we grab that
Yes.
poster and kind of block out the light? We should make a little curtain for right here.
We should.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's here this morning? Melissa?
I am still looking for a different comment.
Does this look better?
So I am trying to
Maybe it's
find
coming from over
YouTube.
here. Let's see. Good morning, Michelle Stewart,
No, it's not.
Grambo, Nicole Hernandez, Babs. I wish I had a name where people could call me something like Babs. Like, you know how you say Jules?
Deb.
Babs. What would I be? Deb? I don't know.
Deb.
Debs. I would like Debs with a Z.
Is
You
that
guys
a
can
little
start
better?
calling me
Probably
Debs.
not.
We can start calling you Debsy.
The Debster.
The Debster.
The Debster.
Dirt
That's
Road
right.
Divas, Cassie is here. She's one of our retailers.
Awesome.
And okay, here's one of my favorite names. Like, I love reading your names. Have you guys ever paid attention to Ivana Tinkle? Is that
Oh my goodness.
often wanna tinkle.
Okay, so
I drink a lot of water.
yeah, so that's a good way to start the show this morning. I want us each to tell a story about having to go to the bathroom in a situation that was less than desirable and how you handled it, like what stood out in your mind. And I'm gonna start, just
Oh
give
my
you guys some time
gosh.
to think.
I have one, but it's probably really inappropriate.
Good.
It's an inappropriate work story.
We are going to be making more of these letters because so many of you asked questions about them. So we're each going to be making a letter this morning using the IOD molds. But as we're getting started, you guys, I'm just going to tell you my story about having to go to the bathroom. Like, I have so many, but this was the situation.
The ones that come to mind, none of them seem appropriate, but okay.
The situation for me was I used to go to a lot of estate sales to get stuff for this store, and there's this website where you can go on and they'll show you all these pictures, and some of the best ones were far away. So me and my friend Becca, we see this estate sale and it's in the Hollywood Hills, and it says Time Warp. Like, it was someone who passed away who never threw anything away, and she was a sewer, and she had this amazing craft room, like stepping back, like imagine Martha Stewart's craft room in 1948. Like all of this old chenille.
How
and
old is Martha Stewart?
that's a whole nother story.
Okay.
But she had 2 daughters, and she would sew them all matching dresses. So there were all the clothing that she made, there's all the sewing supplies, there's all of her art supplies. Plus it's just like if Happy Days had an estate sale and you could go get all the things. So we are stoked, and we are like, yes, we got to be the first one in line at this estate sale, because the way estate sales work is they let people in like 20 at a time, and then they shut the door, and not until people come out do they let more in for maximum capacity rules. So and all the good stuff just gets snatched up right away. So if you want to get the good stuff, you have got to be one of the first people in line. And usually how it works is you arrive the night before, there's a note on the front of the door, and you put your name there, and then you go sleep in your car.
Wow.
So we drove up to the Hollywood Hills. We get there at midnight before the sale the next morning. It's like gonna start at, 7 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And there's already, we walk up to the front door and there's already 4 names on the list. And I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. And so my friend Becca has a minivan, and she's got little ones. So I'm used to just hanging out with her. And so we put our name on the list and we go sleep in the minivan. And I think we went and got Starbucks that morning.
We already have a super chat.
Oh my God.
Jessica Hernandez, thank
you,
you.
Jessica.
Jessica. I know Babs is here. She said she used the men's room at a Brad Paisley concert.
Oh, yeah. So here it comes. The sun comes up, and we're like, yes, let's go get in line. Because even though it doesn't open until 7, you get in line at 6 because people get really aggressive. And I learned very early into doing this that it's a good idea to wear a dress for this particular reason. And
Does that make it any better?
No.
People keep
No.
saying it's still super foggy and they can't see the top.
If any of you understand how light works, like this room is full of windows. We're going to have to put shades so we can adjust the light.
It's crazy.
Maybe it'll get better as the hour goes on.
Mhm.
I don't know. So anyway, 6 o'clock, the sun's coming up. We're like, okay, it's going to start in an hour. We need to go get in line.
Hi, Debs. She says she feels like I'm looking at her. Sorry.
And I have to pee really bad. And so I didn't know what to do because it's this Hollywood Hills neighborhood. Everybody's already out of their cars and there's no like bushes to go hide behind. And I'm doing the pee-pee dance big time. And so I climb back to the back of the minivan and I've got my dress on and I find a Venti Starbucks cup and I just fill that thing up.
Were you afraid it was going to overflow?
I was, and it almost did. And then it was a matter of where do I put this now? But like I was focused on getting to the estate sale, and it was a really good one. So that's my story. Now I'm gonna start. I think we should start making the letters. And Stephanie,
I have to be next.
yeah, what letter am I gonna do? Oh, you already started this for me. Okay, great.
Melissa, go for it. I'm gonna go grab a letter.
Grab a couple because I think.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I don't know. There's like so many crazy stories. But I worked at this job once and there seriously was no bathroom. And the store is like full of customers.
Where did you
Totally
work?
full of customers. You don't want to know. I don't even want to say it, but there was like nothing to do. So I ran in the way back of the store, in the way back. It was a big property. And there was a tarp back there. And I just kind of like pulled it over my head and let it rip. And from then on, I was like, we really need to get a plumber here or fix our bathroom or whatever. And from then on, it was just kind of called the PPTP.
This was here. This was here.
I would never pee here. Or in the yard. How embarrassing.
I don't know where this was.
I
missed the first
Oh my
half.
gosh, I'm really curious to find out where this place is.
I know, you just don't want to know.
Wow, Melissa,
I know.
what kind of
We have
I know,
another
I told you
super
I only have like
chat.
inappropriate pee stories.
the pee-pee
So,
stories
woo!
are getting us
Oh my
some
gosh.
super chat money.
Thank you, Lori
Did
Dawkins.
you do the TP? I can't see without my glasses.
No, those are just.
What is that?
Oh no, it's the poo emoji.
It's a poo.
Thank you.
Thank God it wasn't that. Thank God it was only number one.
Oh, Ivana Tinkle, thank you. She gave us a super chat. She
Oh,
says, "Happy birthday on
thank
Monday,
you.
Debbie."
Oh wait,
Yes.
what makes her think that my birthday is on
I don't
Her
know.
birthday's not
She
on
said,
Monday.
"Go Capricorns." I hope you have a nice lunch.
Her birthday
Aw,
is so
thank you.
not on Monday. I just want to tell you,
Yeah,
her
where did you hear
birthday
that?
is totally
Today.
on Sunday.
No,
So
no,
today
no,
we are so
no.
celebrating the birthday.
No, we're not supposed to say when my birthday is.
Okay,
guys.
it's not her birthday, but
It's
we're still
today.
gonna sing happy birthday to her. Even though she does not want to wear her cute little pink hat.
Thank you, Ivana
So-
Tinkle.
Everybody, let's
Yeah.
sing!
No, you guys.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
I'm gonna go get a drink of
Happy
water.
birthday, dear Debbie. Oh, Debbie, I love you so much. Happy birthday to you.
Thank
Woo!
you. I'm the
Now she wants to tell everybody how old she is.
No, we're not.
Debbie,
We're
no.
definitely
A
not
lady
gonna do that.
never tells.
I'm the opposite of Melissa.
So-
I like to pretend that my birthday isn't happening. I just like, for me, I think birthdays should be the opposite. Like, your mother was the one who went through labor. Your mother is the one who paid for all of your stuff. Your
Thank
mother was the one
God for
who put
recognizing
up
me.
all of your crap. And so birthdays should be about celebrating the woman who gave birth to you.
I
It should
kind of
not
agree
be
with that.
about you.
I
And
do,
so
I think
I
you do.
usually just
I lost.
ignore my birthday, and I like to like treat other people on my birthday
Oh.
and thank them for being a part of my life. Like,
You are such an awesome human being. So,
well, no, it's just
oh,
really. It's
did
not
we get
about
another
being,
super chat?
It's not about
We
being
had-
awesome as much as it's about just
Yvonne
denial
and
of
Lori
getting
Dawkins.
older.
Yes. So,
So anyway, yeah, that is why. Okay, Stephanie, what about you?
Well, I have many. I guess the one that which one should I share? Well, speaking of having children, I think the one that comes to mind isn't necessarily that I didn't have a bathroom close by, but right after I had my baby, I came home, and the very next day we needed to take him back to the doctor, and
the very next
the very
day.
next day after he came home, so he had his first like checkup, right?
Mhm.
I don't know
Is that typical?
why. I
I
don't
don't
know. He's my
know.
only baby, so I wouldn't know if that's typical, but that was our situation.
I would be like, give us some time, man. We just did this.
right?
Yeah.
So we were dressing him, and he was pretty small, and I didn't have any like preemie clothes, so the only size clothes that I had for him were way too big, and he just basically looked a hot mess. So we were
Well, he's just getting started. Like, give him some time.
well, my husband, he says to me, this baby's going to be taken away from us when we bring him in here. Bring him in there, and he looks like this. So it made me laugh so hard that I could not control. I mean, I just had a baby come out of me, so I couldn't, and I was laughing so hard and then crying because there was a big puddle underneath me.
Aw.
That is my
And you're like, these are the only pants that fit me, and I must beat them, and I had to go to the doctor.
Oh, that was
Oh,
so funny. And I was so embarrassed. Of course, my husband loves me anyways, but yeah, that was my, I guess,
Oh,
funny
my.
potty story.
That is funny. Like, oh my gosh.
I've since gotten control over my
Bodily
bowels.
functions.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
All right, so I think I need to paint this first.
I was
yes.
thinking painting too.
So I'm just
Do we have the box out
Super
there?
chat, Lynn
Woo!
McCarthy. She's a new member.
Ooh,
Oh no,
thank
I'm
you.
sorry, that's not a
Oh, no.
super chat, but it's just a new member. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Right on.
Yes.
Welcome.
I saw the
still
green
trying to
and
figure out why we're foggy. Is it brain fog just manifesting itself in the live?
everybody's wishing you a happy birthday.
you know what? You could just
But today it's her unbirthday, so we can sing. It's your very merry unbirthday today. Today.
So I just, Stephanie already rolled out some clay and
Dude,
put in
that
the
was
kindest
me.
regard. Oh, it was
You
you?
always think Stephanie.
Oh, because you hate the molds.
I know, but now I like them a little bit.
Oh, yes. So when we first got these letters for the store, I was telling Melissa, Stephanie wasn't with us yet, and I'm like, I have this vision for just it being like encrusted with molds and decorated, and I said, would you please make a few samples so that these letters will sell, because, if you're going to sell something in the store, you have to show people what you can do with them. And Melissa just flat out refused to make them, and I'd come back, I'm like, where are the sample letters? Oh, I don't want to do that.
That was a book.
It
You
it
told
was
me I could
every-
paint the
It was
letters.
anything that I asked her to do with mold. She just would not do it.
But I did paint the letters. I did.
I didn't ask her to paint the letters.
I asked her to encrust them with the molds. And so she wouldn't. She just refused. And I'm just like, well, these letters aren't going to sell then. And they haven't sold. And then finally, like, we've had the letters here in the store for over a year. And then when we did our thing where we made Christmas gifts for everybody, I made this for Melissa, and I posted it. They see
Oh my gosh.
You know,
It's been copied, it's been commented on, it's been like, like, get one of those forms, I want to do it. We're like, you know what, that was in the store. You guys need to Google that. Just Google it.
I want to make shirts that say Googleologist.
Yeah.
Because that's how I learn everything.
I love all IOD and DIY, and together they just, you know, it's magic.
It is. It's like peanut butter and jelly.
Yes.
So I'm just randomly making some molds and treating it kind of like a puzzle.
She does, if you could see this, there are like all these
gonna-
different pieces that
Yeah, I'm gonna do
don't
it.
even make sense together if you laid them out, but together on this letter, they're just so perfect. And that one is in my little display shelf in my room, and it's like one of my favorite accent pieces.
Okay, so I asked Stephanie and Melissa, we want to do a segment every week where we look at all the comments from the previous week and we pull out some of our favorite comments.
Steph, could I have a
Um,
paintbrush?
The reason why I
Some
want to do
paint,
this is I rarely get mean comments like the rate. Well, I get a lot, like the more you grow on YouTube, the more mean comments you get, but the ratio, like if you look at like out of 200 comments, there's one mean one. It's really like not that much. And the thing is like if any of you are on social media and you're sharing your creative projects, you could get, like, tell me if this isn't the truth. You could get 20 nice comments and then someone will come along and say something
Whatever
mean.
color you have to.
And then that's all you focus
sea
on.
glass.
Like, don't you guys think that's true?
The one comment is what
Yeah.
you focus
Like,
on, besides the
yeah.
200 great ones? Yes.
Yeah,
So,
it totally is. I'd be like crying. Why don't they like me? They don't even know me.
I know you. And I like you.
Thank you.
So, but there's this saying that says you become what you behold. So if someone gives you a mean comment and you dwell on that, you just bring more mean, like you just manifest more of that negativity, and it distracts you from what you really want. So every week we're going to pick out our favorite comments, and they don't necessarily have to be like, you know, we're not looking for you guys to like tell us how great we are, because we already know, right? But just like funny comments or good suggestions or things we may have never thought of before. And we're going to do that every week, and we're going to say your name and we're going to talk about your comments. And so, Melissa, let's start with you. What was your favorite comment from this week?
Okay, my favorite comment just happens to be one, and I can't remember who said it, but Debi, a long time ago, she was like, you know, one of the best parts about making a video and posting it is I just want to get in my pajamas and get in my bed at night and sit and read all the comments about what a creative genius I am. And somebody posted exactly that. You are such a creative genius. And I thought that was so perfect for her.
Okay. These are the kind of things that I do not say on the internet. I say them as a joke to my friends. I mean, I do sometimes think that some of the things I come up with are genius, but I also think other people are equally genius. So just, you know, a disclaimer there. Stephanie.
Okay, so I'm supposed to pick out my favorite comment? Is that
Yeah,
what?
from
Okay.
this week, and make sure you credit the person if you can.
From this week.
Yeah.
Like somebody who's commented so far from this week.
Like on this video, it can be anywhere. It can be on Facebook, it could be on Instagram, it could be from the video that I posted last week, it could be from last week's, like, it doesn't have to necessarily be this week, but recently.
Oh no, well.
I told them.
Could it be a
last-
question? Because I
Yeah.
had the question.
Yeah, it could be questions.
Okay, so somebody wanted to know And the reason why this comes to mind is because the question, and I'm not sure if she's on, I hope she is, because we're about to answer your question.
Who is it?
I can't remember her name, and I apologize. I hope she's on so she can comment and we can say her name. But
Oh, I put him on the spot. See, last night I told him this is what we're going to be doing this
well, no,
morning.
I know what the question is. Her question was.
Oh, I know what it is.
It's a two-parted question. So the first part, or any one of us can answer, I guess. But okay, so the first part of the question was, Debi, what is your experience painting mohair?
Mohair.
So she wants to know what your experience is painting this certain type of
Fabric.
mohair.
Or whatever.
Okay, so why did you pick that question?
Because it's been asked from this person, and I'm so bummed that I don't know her name.
I
Do
had
you
a
know
phone
her
call
name?
too, and she
It's been
asked
asked
me that.
multiple times within the week.
And I
Really?
was like, I don't know. It has to be like a personal thing. I know that she's painted like velvet, and we've tried to paint cotton, and we've stenciled just on cotton, and also painting tarps.
And then the second
I
part
don't
to that
know.
question was, what 2 DIY paint colors, or maybe even more than 2, what DIY paint colors could you mix to create a magenta?
We have a magenta already.
I know, it's called
Kissing
Kissing
booth.
booth.
I would say if you wanted a little deeper, Melissa and I talked about this, maybe some
Yeah.
kissing booth as well as some Hey Sailor.
Hey, Sailor.
That might be
Yeah.
cool. But Debi, do you have any experience painting mohair?
I do not have any experience painting mohair, but this is a great question, and I'm going to tell you why. So, I'm going to start a business coaching group for people who want to,
Paint mohair.
no, for people who may want to supplement their income, or maybe they're retired, or maybe they want to make creativity a full-time job and create a new job for themselves. The one common denominator that I see, right? So I have over 350 people selling DIY paint. So I get to see inside, behind the curtain of all their businesses, who succeeds and why. And the biggest thing, like whether you are just trying to make something pretty for your home or build a business, the biggest common denominator of success is curiosity and being willing to try something and not know what the outcome is going to be, and finding out what will work and what won't. So I've never painted mohair. I'm not even sure what mohair is. Like when I think about mohair, I think of like
It's hair from a mow.
So Lynn Weiser just answered that. Mohair is a natural fabric, so it would react similar to other natural fibers. It has oil, so it may resist paint more than the cotton drop cloths.
yeah. So what I am here for every week for you guys, what gives me joy, is to empower you to try stuff. Like there's no way that I could try all of the things. I didn't even know what mohair was. Like I have only painted a few fabrics, and mohair has definitely not been one of them. But the way that I figure out what works and what doesn't is by testing it. So if I wanted to paint mohair, I would get a scrap piece of it and I would start playing around with it and see how it reacts, and see what happens and see what works best. That's what I did with the velvet sofa. That's what I did with the video that we did last week. I wanted to create that raised stencil and make it look like embroidery. So I went on to Pinterest. I started Googling, how do you DIY your own texture medium? I played with a few different recipes. I practiced on a scrap piece of board, and I just did it until I was confident that it would work. And so that is, like, more than anything, I want to give you ideas that you're curious about and that you want to go try. And yes, I'm the guinea pig for you guys, but I can't answer questions about stuff that I don't know. And there's more that I don't know than what I do know. And the way to know is to try. And if there's anything that I can say is, don't be afraid to try. don't be afraid to Google it or go on Pinterest or look
Or
around.
find some kind of a fiber arts group that might be involved in stuff like that. Because I know people are dyeing yarn and different kinds of things they shave off their animals.
People are dyeing different kinds of things they shave off their animals.
You know, it would be like alpaca or sheep or you're saying natural fiber.
That's got to be the quote of the week. People are dyeing different kinds of things that they shave off their animals. What? Yes. Okay. So, yeah.
Well,
Sorry.
you're like, how do I come back from that?
So yeah.
Everybody's just dumbfounded. What the heck?
I think that was my answer.
So a lot of people are asking why it's so foggy. So let's answer that.
Because of
don't-
the way the light comes
We
through the window
need
and
curtains.
refracts,
Yeah.
That's why.
it's just sort of, there's no
Okay, so here comes some.
direct
You know
light.
how Dion has her segment now called Heart Talk?
Yeah,
Is that
I
actual
listened to
segment?
it
I
and
love
I
that.
kind of,
Yeah, Dion
I
has
dug that.
she has a private group, and so once a week she has this thing she calls hashtag Heart Talk, and it's like a heart-to-heart talk where she tells it to you. She gives you the cold, hard truth, right? And I am all about the cold, hard truth. Like, I feel like people don't hear enough the truth. Things are too sugar-coated. People get easily triggered.
Sally Vasco's here, and she is a new member.
Sally, welcome. Welcome
Welcome.
to the shit show.
Oh, you were potty mouth on your birthday.
Not
Don't
my
mind me
birthday.
watching this.
Not my birthday.
And we have to not talk over each other. That's what they're
Yeah.
saying.
Oh, is someone saying that already?
Well, let's see. She paints. She says, I've got both of you talking. Oh, she's speaking about Dion and you, I think.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Dion is live right now, isn't she?
Kristen from She Paints should be the last person to say don't talk over each other because that girl literally speaks her stream of consciousness.
Yeah, no, I misunderstood her comment. Okay.
Anyway, so Dion has this segment called The Heart Talk, and Dion is so nice. Like, she is just the sweetest, kindest, most lovable cheerleader. She's like very mom-like in her approach, where I'm more like the coach in the locker room. I'm like, you guys, get the dirt off your uniforms, you know, suck it up, pull it up from your bootstraps. This is what you need to do. Quit whining, quit complaining. That's just my personality.
Mhm.
That is what has worked for me. So if you're triggered by that, I'm warning you. But anyway, so I am going to talk to you guys right now about something that's hard to talk about, but needs to be addressed. Are you ready for it?
Safe sex with Debi Bear.
Safe sex and shaving things off your animals.
And dyeing them.
Let's go.
Okay, so my YouTube channel, I've had it for 7 years, and I've never felt like I've had enough time to post enough videos. Like, it's my favorite thing to do, but they take a lot of time. One edited video, like the video I posted on Wednesday, I was up until 2 o'clock in the morning again, getting that video out. And I love it, but it's hard because once that's done, I have, you know, a store to run and a paint company to run. So we decided to start going live, and it's been really fun. And a lot of you guys show up every single week, and you come here, and we have been figuring it out. We keep trying to make the segment better and more valuable for you. I want the people who show up on Fridays to come away with something valuable that will make your day better, make your life better, valuable tips that you can take, inspiration. Wherever you're here, I want it to be valuable and entertaining, and hopefully it'll make you laugh. But
I was going to say, because some weeks I think it's only about the laughter. You're
Yeah.
taking away from
and
us.
you know, there's a lot to be said for laughter. Thank
There
goodness.
is.
Um,
I heard that it can actually help your abs.
yeah, that's true. Laugh your abs away.
That's right.
So we have been doing this. How long have we been doing this? you guys?
At least 6 months, maybe?
6 months.
Something like that.
6
Yeah.
months?
I don't know. Yeah. I feel like maybe
So-
not.
So I feel like after being on YouTube for 7 years, people who are subscribed to this channel come here expecting a certain thing that they have seen over and over again for 7 years in a row. And then all of a sudden we throw in this live show and it's totally different than my edited videos. You know, of course it's going to be different because there's no editing. So if you have something that takes 40 hours that you gingerly and it's a passion project for you and you obsess over every detail and you put on all the music and the songs and the edits and the extra time that it takes, and then you just, you know, versus coming on here, turning on the camera and just like, oh, what's it going to be this week? Some of my subscribers are like, what the heck is this? And so I noticed immediately, like, if you're a YouTuber, you have your statistics in the back end of your channel, and you can see how many people subscribe to your channel every day, how many views you get every day, how many comments, how many thumbs up, how many thumbs down. And so I was getting an average amount of subscribers every single day. And then when I started the live videos, that subscriber count, like, let's just say hypothetically, for purposes of drama, let's just say hypothetically I was getting 10 subscribers a day. And then all of a sudden it dropped down to 2. And I'm like, what is going on? And so I'm like, well, maybe it's just a fluke. Maybe it's just a slow week. For the last 6 months, my subscriber count has been about 25% of what it has been on average for the last 7 years. And so I'm just like, oh, maybe I should stop the live shows. But the people who do come really enjoy it. And we're getting, it's slowly growing. We're getting more views and more engagement every week. And we see the same names. And like the purpose for me is to connect with you on a more personal level. And you can't do that with an edited video. We can't answer your questions live. We can't say your name. And so, you know, I just thought, well, bummer. I really want to, you know, I want to grow my channel because I want to be able to hire more help. And the ultimate goal is to produce more videos, more edited videos that I love making. So I just kind of ignored it and was just like, well, I'm not going to worry about it. 6 months have gone by. And now YouTube has this new feature where with every video you post, you can see the video in the back end of your channel and you can see how many people subscribe to your channel based on this one video and how many people unsubscribed. And so literally every time I post an edited video, I get a lot of new subscribers, a lot. And every time I post this kind of video, I lose subscribers. And so like the first live we did, I lost almost 50 subscribers, and it's slowly been going down, but we still bleed subscribers every time we go live. I think it's gone from 50 down to 8. And so, you know, it's like you look at that and you have a choice. It's like, oh, should I stop doing this? I don't want to stop doing it. I really like it, and I think there's a lot more value than just the subscriber count. But
we're getting mixed reviews on the lives, but leaning more towards they're loving it. So
yeah, so I think that the thing to do, in my experience of, you know, when you have a retail store, it's like when I first opened it, it was like green eggs and ham. I would watch people come in, they would buy some things, they would not buy others, and it's like, do you like this? Do you like that? Do you like this? Do you like that? And I try never to take it personally. It's more of, is it fulfilling for me? Do I feel like I'm offering value? And is it really offering value to you? So what we are going to be doing is trying to improve the live show and trying to make it more structured. That's why we're inside. So we moved from outside so that the noise is less distracting. But now we have the light.
Yeah, exactly. We'll get it right.
But it's a learning process. So
maybe we should ask the people who are not liking it what they would like, if, you know, what they would like to see.
Yeah, what would they like to see?
What would make it better?
Yeah, because usually when you get negative comments, it's like, I don't like this. You guys talk over each other. This is not what I subscribed for. I want your old videos, you know? And it's like, I'm still doing the old videos. That doesn't really help me. Like, what is it that you come here for? I see we're getting a ton of
And you're
comments.
actually getting more of the old videos than you used to, because here
Yeah.
they're coming once a week. But somebody said, if I can find it, it said people, there's over 200 people watching, but not everybody has given a thumbs up or said that they were here.
Yeah, like I don't
So-
think people realize how much the thumbs up and the comments.
Yeah, so if
A lot
you're
of people are
liking this,
saying that
thumbs
they love
up.
them both. And then
If you're liking
Jeffrey
Wednesdays,
Scott says,
give it
keep the
thumbs
lives alive.
Yeah, but like, what would you like to see more of? What would make you
What would make
Show
you
you-
happier?
show up every week?
Madame Von Cook.
She said,
She's gave us a super chat. Thank you.
Woo,
She says,
thanks.
much love and light. Thanks for all the creative inspiration and doing what you do. That is so sweet. Thank you
it
so
is,
much.
thank you.
Some people just can't say anything nice.
She said exactly, we're getting more videos, edited videos than before.
Because I have Stephanie
Oh,
helping me
Julie
with the
says it
editing.
won't let her do a thumbs up or hearts. Are you a subscriber and it won't let you?
That's weird. Maybe some devices are wonky and they won't let you. Or maybe you're just not signed in.
Sharon Thompson says she loves the lives, more furniture, suitcases, etc. Less crafty things like, hate to say it, those letter ornaments and so on.
I know, every kind of crafter has their own kind of niche. Just like Debbie was saying, how I totally didn't want to do the letters. I totally didn't want to do the books, which the books were super amazing, but that little kind of stuff wasn't my thing anymore. I wanted to go big, where I could do like big brush strokes or
Crescent Moon Cottage,
nail stuff.
who's here regularly, she says she'd like to see more yard sale, tag sale, estate sale, etc. shopping.
I would love to do that. The issue with that is, like, how do we do that live? Because it's usually loud. There's other people involved. There's people telling you you're not allowed to film.
Mary
here.
gave us a super chat. Thank you.
Thank
She
you,
says support
Mary.
the lives and the edited videos.
Oh.
Carol Blag, I love whatever you post. I learned so much. I understand that your followers all have different preferences, but no matter what you post, I still learn.
Yeah, I think it's a fine line because no matter what you post, there will always be somebody who does not like it.
So Madam Von Cook, who just gave us a super chat, says, I
Oh,
was
thank
not
you.
getting notifications and kept finding I was unsubscribed. Maybe it is a glitch, but it's happening a lot. So
I've
it sounds
heard
like she
that.
was subscribed, but every time she comes back, it's saying she's not subscribed.
Yeah, that's a thing on YouTube. People say all the time that they're automatically unsubscribed to channels that they've followed. That's never happened to me personally, but I've heard it. If you ring the little bell next to the subscribe button, YouTube is supposed to send you a notification.
Steve Phillips, you girls can't ever lose me as a subscriber. Thank you for giving something for everyone.
Oh.
Thank you, Steve.
Let's
your husband?
see.
No, but he would say something like that.
Oh, Melissa, look at your letter. It's
I
looking
know,
good.
isn't it cool? I actually am loving this.
I really like it. I'm proud of
See,
you.
I don't like stuff like this, and I'm like just so happy right now.
What else, Stephanie?
Sorry, they're coming in so fast, so I'm having a hard time finishing my letter, but
Oh, the bell doesn't always work either.
you'll see it.
There's mine. I would.
Oh,
like,
people often unsubscribe on live because they feel ignored.
Mm.
It's so hard
Who said that?
to catch everyone.
Queen's
Yeah.
Little Corner, yeah. I mean, we do our best, but these comments fly by
Yeah,
so
they
fast.
literally fly by like as if you're driving down the freeway and you're reading all the billboards as you're driving.
And there's absolutely no possible
And then
way
there's
we
more
could
than two
read
lines. to
every
go.
single comment, unfortunately. So
yeah,
we,
So
we
we
definitely
do
do our
try.
best.
we do. Hey, Julie. Julie's here.
Yay, Julie!
Hi,
How's it
everyone.
fine. Are you
Jennifer
feeling
Dunn.
better?
Thank you so
Hi.
much.
How's your ear?
It's okay. It still hurts a little bit, but something weird happened last Sunday where I actually heard my jaw like crack, and it got better, but it's still stuff going on.
Crazy.
So you guys,
TMJ
Jennifer Dunn just
stuff.
gave us a super chat. I want to shout her out. Thank you so
Jennifer.
much.
Thank you.
She says, haters gonna hate, forget about them. I love you guys. A ray of Friday sunshine every week. Thank you so much.
Oh, that is sweet. I think it's a balance. I think it's important to do what you love and follow your heart first and foremost. But if you're bleeding subscribers every time you do something, you can't really just be like, oh well, too bad. I'm just gonna keep doing it. Like, yes, we're gonna keep doing it, but I want to find ways to make this better.
So Becca B has a suggestion,
Okay.
because I am trying to do a project and read comments, and maybe if somebody was just reading comments, we would get more of the comment. We would get to respond to more of the comments. I don't know.
I don't think so, because they literally they
I-
roll super fast, and then after the live is over, like when we're looking at the comments, they're just going like a.
Jasmine Smith, that's a great idea. She
Oh.
said she gives this to Dion's lives. She said if someone has a
Yeah.
legit question needing to be answered, then type the question in all caps to help you notice it, and that would definitely help me notice it more.
Yeah. But we even miss those too. Like it's just impossible to answer everybody. Even like imagine if you were speaking in front of, like, there's 200 people here right now.
So Ivana Tinkle says there's a thing called
229.
slow mode on YouTube where people can only comment every 2 minutes. Do you know about that, Debbie?
No.
Oh, I just read that one.
But
Sue?
even so, like, imagine if you are standing up in front of 229 people and you're talking, and several of those people are shouting questions at you all at once. Like, even though you could see them all, you couldn't get to them all.
Right, or like just now, if Debbie's talking and answering a question, I can't interrupt her with the next question that came 2 seconds after she started answering that question, and then they just keep going, and yes, it's hard to.
It's a convoluted situation.
Jessica Hernandez says, I wish you would sell more stuff that you guys make on your live videos. We do actually sell a lot of what we make on the live videos.
Yeah.
It's just in the store. So.
It's in the store, right?
But if you see something on the live video and you would like it, you can always contact us through
The email.
the email or our phone number.
Cassandra Smith can relate. She says it's just as hard to read them as they roll by. That's true.
Yeah, especially me, because I have, like, oh my gosh, so hard for
Oh
me to
yeah,
read
and
them.
I don't have
Brenda
glasses.
Osborne, if this is a good question, I need Debbie, you need to answer this, please. If I join your channel, do I get the workbook that you created?
If you join my membership group, we provide the worksheets every month, which are, you can download them. They are part of the $5 a month. So you can download them and leave them on your computer. You can download them and print them out. The workbook is an extra purchase that you can choose to get. It's a really cute workbook with divider tabs. It's an empty workbook, basically. You get a pen and you get a little pocket. You get the divider tabs for the different sections that we have. What else do you get? You get stickers.
2 paintbrushes.
Paintbrushes.
A DIY pen.
Yeah, but you could easily, if you don't want to buy that, how much does it cost?
Oh, I don't
25?
know.
$25?
Sorry, I don't know that.
It's a really cool binder. But if you don't want to pay for that, you could just go get a binder with some tabs and DIY your own. So yes and no is the answer. You get all the worksheets and the content and the private live sessions for just $5 a month, but the workbook is extra if you want it, but it's not mandatory.
Carol Kenyon, I saw your question because it's in all caps. Can you post your phone number on the wall behind you?
I wasn't sure if she was asking if the phone number was on the wall and could we post it, or
Oh,
can
you
we-
can't even see the wall.
Okay.
Okay,
Where's that
so
piece of paper?
It's in the front, along with our Wait For It Wednesday sign.
Okay.
So totally, if you guys like the lives, that will be Friday. If
Yeah.
you like the edited videos, they're going to be Wednesday. So you just have a few more days to
Or
wait.
early Thursday morning.
Or yes, very early Thursday morning when that bell rings because you didn't turn the ringer off on your phone.
Brenda Osborne wants to know, would you get all the past information for the workbook?
No. The reason why is because it's not fair for all of those people who've been paying $5 every month. They've been paying to get the worksheets. So if you jump in at the end of 12 months and get all of those and everybody else has been paying $5 a month, it's not fair to the people who have been paying, but we do upload new worksheets every single month, and at some point we hope to put the worksheets on the website for each month that you can go back and pay $5 each for. But I haven't done that because I need to find a way to make it private, because all of those worksheets are just for members, so I don't want to put them on my website and have someone who's not a member have access to them.
So I want to get to Debs, who says she doesn't want to cancel, but she has not been able to access the subscribe group since she's changed from her laptop to an iPad a few months ago. She feels like she's missed so much. I don't know how.
Yeah, it's a YouTube issue. Like YouTube, for some reason, you can only access membership through certain devices. So I don't know, Debs. It's not anything that I can fix on my end. I'm sorry.
So Christy Create says, ask everyone to check and make sure they are still subscribed. YouTube has been known to unsubscribe people.
Yeah, like, okay, so you guys put out there that my birthday is on coming up, and
Hence the.
and I don't usually tell people when my birthday is, but since you guys already did that, this is what I want for my birthday more than anything. Like I've lost several hundred subscribers because of the live videos, and I am almost at 200,000 subscribers. I'm a couple hundred away, so I would love it if I would get to that freaking 200,000 mark before my birthday in a couple of days. So if you are not subscribed, would you subscribe? And if you have a friend who you think would like my channel, would you ask them to subscribe? Don't just go out and get any jack off the street to subscribe, because that doesn't do any good if they don't really like the content. But if you know a friend who you think would enjoy it, would you ask them to subscribe? Because that would be an awesome birthday gift.
Maybe
Like,
they can find a
seriously.
Jill.
Like more
That might
than
like it.
anything, like all of the anthropology tops in the world wouldn't make me as happy as having a YouTube channel that is a place where I have the kind of support to post those edited videos one day a week, and you guys are coming here and I'm feeling like you're getting value from what we're giving you, and I have a very engaged, like that is what I've always wanted, is to have a very engaged channel that I feel is contributing, not just a channel, but making your life better and helping you. So
Madam Von Cook is going to share with everyone she knows. Becca
Aw,
B
thank
shares your
you.
edited videos on her Facebook.
I am like this close. If you look, it says 199,000, and I'm almost there. Almost there. Every day I check the number and I'm like, woohoo, it went up 12 when it used to go up 100 every day. Now it's going up 12.
Wendy Moore has a question. She says she's had trouble getting her workbook because she's from Canada, and she finally did get it, but she's been a member from the beginning.
Okay. Well, you got it finally.
I'm not
That's
sure
awesome.
if she is saying that she wants the past worksheets or.
Well, the worksheets are always there. It's the workbook. The workbook doesn't really affect the worksheets getting out, because those are a free download. They're not a purchase.
I mean, could she get prior, like from the beginning, prior works? I don't know how it works.
Unfortunately, no, there's no way to do
Okay.
that. So we give you 90 days to download the worksheets. And even if you don't have a printer, you can still download them and hold them on your computer. But every time we post those worksheets, we say they expire in 90 days. And the reason is because we want it to be fair. So,
Yes.
I need another letter. What are we spelling
So,
here?
I don't know what
We
we're
have-
spelling.
MRBY.
Okay, so I want the daisy one. I think
The
it needs a
daisy
daisy
one?
on
So you
top
guys,
to
we
go
have
with all
about
those
10 minutes
flying
left.
things.
Do you guys have any questions about working with molds? Have any of you worked with them? Do you have any tips about working with molds? I do see a lot of questions about working with clay and with molds.
I'm going to go ahead and, I love that idea. So I'm going to go ahead and show this closer. People want to see them a little closer. This is the R that Debbie was working on, and it'll be painted in,
That's mine.
oh, I'm sorry,
Oh,
that Melissa was
Melissa.
working on.
I 12
You get-
times today I've got this.
You're so sensitive. You get your
I
feelings
know.
hurt.
I'm like,
Jeez. Sorry, the R that Melissa was working on.
I just want the credit because
Because it took you
this
so
is
long to
something.
even
Yes.
come around to making anything with
The
molds.
Y that Debbie was working on. Oh my gosh.
We should have spelled you like yes.
And
you
the B
can.
that is only got one layer so far, so don't judge. The B that I've been working on. It'll be great.
I made a bird for your bee.
Thank you. Yay.
Here's a tip. I've said it before, but in case you don't know, Mara LaFay from Vintage Retail Therapy, she has a great store in Fallbrook and an awesome Facebook page. If you make a mold and you take it out of the mold, so I just peeled it out right now. If I were to just say I was watching a movie on Netflix, or in my case, I'll find a show on Netflix and I'll watch all of the shows at once, and pretty soon it's 3 o'clock in the morning. But let's just say I just wanted to make molds the whole time, and I'm like, I'm gonna make 100 molds, and then I'll have all these molds so that when I do want to do something with them, I got them. And you just leave them there, and you're just making and making, and then you come back the next day, and they're all bent and curled up, and then you can't make them flush on whatever it is you want to glue them on. So what you can do, normally I would make them and immediately have to glue them on something so that they would go around the curved surfaces and whatnot. But you can take these and put them in a Ziploc bag and keep them in your freezer, and then they stay soft.
Yes.
And then when you're ready, you have a whole candy store of molds in your freezer to use for whatever it is you want to do.
I loved
think
that
that's
tip. I
genius.
loved it.
Jennifer
Yeah.
Dunn has 2 questions. Did E6000 hold up for you with the molds? And or maybe this is just a comment after that. I used rain molds and they chipped off with E6000.
Rain molds? What are rain molds?
I don't know.
I
Oh, her
tend
other
to-
question was, I would love you to feature your retailer somehow on the lives. Talk about them so we know who we can go to and get to know them.
Oh, okay, that's a good idea. That's another thing I want to do is every week announce the new retailers that we have.
idea. So good.
And we have a new retailer from 2 days ago. Her name is Katie LeBove, and she is. Can you look her up? Katie LeBove. You would find her on Facebook. I can't remember where she's from.
Ivana Tinkle, can you rehab paper clay that's old and too firm to push into a mold? I've not been successful. You might want to just maybe add a little bit of water. What do you think?
I've done it. I
You
have
have?
been with that bird and branches dresser that I made.
Mhm.
I just needed a little bit more clay, and I was
Okay.
all out, and the clay that I had was hard as a rock. So I pulverized it with a hammer, and then I soaked it in water, and then I kneaded it together, and it got all over my hands, and my hands were just crusted with it. But I was able to pound it into the mold and peel it out, and it worked just fine. Getting back to the question about E6000, I try not to use that glue because it's really toxic and there's cancer warnings on it. And in most cases, I can use wood glue, I can use Aleene's tacky glue, and that has been a really strong, good glue for me. E6000 I only use when I'm making jewelry. So if you have a hard surface to a hard surface, if you're gluing something to metal, like a bead to metal, or another metal piece to another metal piece, that's when you would use E6000. I usually use a clamp. And otherwise, they're most of the time I don't have to use it. And I don't trust E6000 to stick anyway. I feel
I will tell you, I made a sign for my mother-in-law who lives in Utah, and the weather is definitely more extreme than we have here. And the sign was rocks. She wanted it to say rock bed, and there was a bunch of rocks that I E6000 onto the piece of wood, and she has it outside in her garden, and it's held up
Oh, that's
perfectly
good.
for years now.
I think the key with E6000 is getting it, like pressing it really hard, because
Mhm.
it kind of slides around. So I usually use a clamp or some duct tape to really get it like a good tight bond. But I've had E6000 things not stay. And it's probably user error on my part.
What's the difference between air dry and paper clay when you are crafting or creating a project?
I have never used air dry clay. I mean, paper clay is air dry, but I don't know if there's a difference. Do you guys know? Is it?
I think it's the same thing. I don't know if there's a difference. Yeah.
I've seen like clay that just says air dry clay and it doesn't say paper clay, so I assumed it was a different. But I don't know. I don't know.
I do have a
could not
mother-in-law
find
in
her.
Utah, and she is LDS.
I'm in the group.
All right, so
Okay,
we are at
down
an
the street.
hour.
We're at an hour. Okay, so it's time to say,
We're gonna try and find the new retailer real quick.
yeah.
Becca B is reminding everyone to give a thumbs
Oh, here
up,
she
yes, and subscribe. If you are not subscribed, check your subscribe button and subscribe and hit that little bell so you know when there's a video posted or when we go live.
Our new retailer is Katie Hendricks LeBove of Born Again Furniture and Designs, and her Facebook page is called Born Again Furniture and Designs. Where is she from? Did I say that already? Let me click on her name.
I really want to say Idaho, but probably
We have
Florida.
Mintia here from Japan. It's 4:30 a.m. there.
Oh my goodness, why are you up?
Yeah. What's the 337 area code? That's where she's from. 337, do you guys know?
I have no idea.
Mhm.
So what's her business name again?
Born Again Furniture and Designs.
Born Again Furniture and Designs. She's on Facebook?
Yeah, and her phone number is a 337 area code, so that would say where she's at. But here's a tip for you guys. If you have a Facebook page and you're trying to promote your business, there's the About section and your Facebook header. Make it really easy to find on Facebook where your store is located or where your website is located and the town that you're in. Because if people have to dig around or they don't see that, you miss the opportunity to get new customers. Where if Katie had it really prominent, I'm in this town right now, all of you would know, and the people who live there would be like, I'm gonna go visit her shop.
Thank you, Patty Richardson.
Wherever
it
it is.
She's in Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Oh, I
Patty
was gonna
Richardson
say.
is, or
No,
Katie?
Patty Richardson says that
Oh,
Katie is in.
Because she's
That's right,
23
Louisiana.
hours and 6 minutes away from us.
So Katie LeBeau, Lake Charles, thank you, Patty. Lake Charles, Louisiana. Welcome to Katie. We are stoked. Katie has some really cool stuff. Go check out her Facebook page. She's got some neat projects. All right, so
All right.
that is it for today.
We will get
We
our
haven't-
lighting fixed for next week.
Yeah,
Right?
we'll get the
Totally get the
angel
lighting.
situation fixed. Yeah, and don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, do all the things so that maybe if I reach that 200,000 on my birthday,
Yes.
like what should I like give something away if I do that?
You
Oh
should.
my gosh.
I
You
know
should
what
give
you
your
should
letter
do.
away right
What?
now that you're making.
You should dance on a live video.
Oh my god.
You love dancing.
That would be like the
What are you
best
talking
thank you,
about?
because you would not want to do that, and that would be like.
Oh, or you could write a song and put her name into it.
Who, Katie's?
No. If you
I know what I'll do.
Yeah,
I'll go
somebody.
find an animal and I will get some of their fur
Fur.
and
dye
paint
it.
it and make a video with that. Yeah. Yeah,
Alright.
that sounds good. All right, you guys. I hope you have a great weekend. We are gonna get back to it. Thank you for all the super chats and all the amazing comments.
Oh
and
yeah,
all the
thank
love.
you. So when we're here too, somebody mentioned it's like being with their friends when they're watching us. So
Aw.
it's like talking to all our friends. We just can't see your faces. So
Yes.
someday, come into the store, introduce yourself. Bye.
All right.
I just did.
Oh, you pushed the X up in the corner there.